Hello, students. You are welcome to session 3 of Unit 5. And in this session, we are going to look at implementing the physics curriculum. My name is Patrick Eji. Now, at the end of this session, you should be able to define curriculum implementation, then state the factors influencing curriculum implementation, and explain the barriers to physics curriculum implementation at the senior high school level. Now, curriculum implementation. So when we say curriculum implementation, then we are talking about the process of putting the officially prescribed courses of study, subjects, and syllabus into practice. So whatever has been prescribed as the content of the syllabus, putting this into practice is what is termed as curriculum implementation. And we know that in the implementation process, the teacher is the agent of the curriculum implementation. In other words, it is the teacher who will translate the curriculum content or curriculum experiences into learnable experiences that the learners can acquire. The main aim of curriculum implementation by the teacher is therefore to assist the learner to acquire the learning experiences that are stipulated in the curriculum document. We also refer curriculum implementation as the stage in the curriculum development process when the curriculum itself as an educational program is put into effect. So when we put into effect the curriculum itself, then we will say that we are doing what is being termed as curriculum implementation. Now, in the curriculum implementation process, the teacher translates the officially designed curriculum document into course outlines, schemes of work, learning units, and lesson plans to be delivered to the learners. So when the curriculum is being designed and brought to we, the teachers, at the school level, it is the responsibility of you, the teacher, to now translate the content of this curriculum into various course outlines, schemes of work, learning units, lesson plans that will be presented to the learners. What are the factors that influence curriculum implementation? What factors? And so with the factors, we have the learner. Although the teacher is the agent of the curriculum implementation process, however, without the learner, the curriculum that has been designed becomes meaningless. And so anytime we want to implement the curriculum, we must consider the learner, the educational background of the learner, the home background of the learner, as to whether the learner is from a rich home, a poor home. We know that all this influences the learner in one way or the other. The capabilities of the learner. This will determine what the quantity of content that must be presented to the learner at every level. And the second factor is the teacher. So it is the teacher who will translate the officially documented curriculum into learning experiences that will be delivered to the learners. And so as a teacher, the knowledge base of the teacher is very, very important. You realize that when the teacher is well versed with the content of the curriculum document, the teacher feels okay to deliver the content. However, when the teacher's knowledge base is not able to, when the teacher is unable to understand, when the teacher finds some of the content very difficult, at the end of the day, the teacher will be treating topics that he feels comfortable with and leave those that he or she thinks are likely to give him or her problems. And we also have resource materials and facilities. So to effectively implement the curriculum, we need teaching learning resources. We need textbooks. we need the laboratories, we need chalk, we need marker. All these are materials, facilities, classroom blocks. All these are needed to enhance or ensure the smooth running of the curriculum or implementation of the curriculum. And so when these materials are not there, when we have designed a curriculum, however the textbooks are not there, it becomes very difficult to implement the curriculum that has been designed. And the school environment. Now you know that in schools we have the less endowed schools and the more endowed schools. And you realize that when it comes to facilities, those in the good schools, good in the sense that the endowed schools, they will have most of the facilities, most often they have the qualified teachers, and because they have all these at their disposal, they are able to cover all the various topical areas in the curriculum. However, when we go to the less endowed schools, you realize that even in such schools, laboratory is a problem. Classroom facilities are not there. And so it becomes very difficult for them to implement this curriculum, for learners to acquire the various topical areas, the various issues that has been presented in the curriculum. And politics. Now we know that in Ghana every 4 years there is a change of government. And so if this one government should change the curriculum and the next 4 years a different government comes to take over and they also want to change the curriculum that is being used, now you realize that the entire process is going to take a very long time. At the end of the day, limiting the time duration for teachers to implement this curriculum. Even sometimes teachers also feel comfortable teaching the old content. They feel comfortable about the old teaching approaches they are using. And a new political or a new government will come and take charge, and they will want teachers to, use new teaching and learning strategies. And teachers also feel comfortable with their old ways of teaching. You realize that at the end of the day, the teachers may want to go by their old ways, but the new government will also prefer that teachers go by the new way of teaching. Now, what are the barriers to physics curriculum implementation? What will prevent the teacher from implementing the physics curriculum? And one is the educational and home background, as well as the mental capability of the learner. So you know that learners from poor or from rural areas, when these learners, whenever we are presenting content to them, you realize that you have to take time, and normally it takes a very long time for them to grasp these concepts, unlike their counterparts in the urban centers. Their home background also influences the amount of content that they can take at a time, as well as their mental capabilities. And to teachers, inadequate knowledge of the topics in the curriculum. So when there are topics that teachers find it difficult to teach, the only thing the teacher may do is to ignore those topics. And inadequate or unavailable resource materials. So for us to effectively implement the physics curriculum, then there should be the availability and adequacy of the resource materials. And the school environment. So in the school, we must ensure that the facilities are there. We must ensure we have well-furnished classrooms. Students are having enough chairs to sit on. The boards are there, writing materials, the textbooks. All these things must be provided in the school. If they are not provided, then curriculum implementation will become a problem. And also, change in government and the government interference in the educational system. All these factors serve as barriers to the implementation of the physics curriculum. Students, we have defined curriculum implementation in this session, and we also look at the factors that influence curriculum implementation. Now, as we bring the session to an end, Let us take this question. Mention 5 barriers to the implementation of the prescribed physics curriculum in the Ghanaian senior high schools. So let's find answers to this. More answers in addition to what was given in this session. I will take your answers in the subsequent session. Thank you very much for joining this session. See you in the next session. Bye.